yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Gotta take this water down real quick. Trying to do a better job of drinking water, man. If I don't drink it fast, I ain't gonna drink it. But y'all, we back. Which one about the Portsmouth? I meant to do a video on it. I forgot. Yeah, last night I stumbled across the whole what happened and the dude getting locked up. But I forgot by the time I woke up in the morning. But I just seen it, you know, when I was going through Instagram trying to figure out what we're going to talk about tonight. LeVar, Charles, what it is? Oh, all right, alrighty. Yeah, that situation crazy. So we're gonna dive into that. So remember y'all yesterday on last night live, I showed y'all a video of a shooting. Well, I ain't show y'all the shooting, you know, because it was too graphic. But a kid, young kid, 19 years old, kind of find out, was in a vape store. He was in a vape store. And dudes tried to rob him for his shoes. Now, what they didn't know, Sleepy, what they didn't know and what they found out real fast was Shorty was strapped. Shot both of them. But Shorty made a real bad mistake. But I ain't sure. I don't really like it though. He made a mistake, and it might cost him. Might cost him a whole lot of years. So we're going to dive into that. We got 42 Dugg back in Meech. Yo, I don't give a fuck. I love my city to death. But if a big time guy come from out my city, right? Come from out of Baltimore. He did all these years in the joint. And then we find out on year 18 or 20 that he did some third-party cooperation shit. Just say that everything that Meech got around his name, he had around his name. Man, I wouldn't be backing that shit. Fuck you, man. But 42 Dugg different. 42 Dugg stand behind Meech 10-toed. He said he want to see the black and white. He want to see verbatim Big Meech snitched on Cuffy. That's what he want to see. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, it's 2025, y'all. I showed y'all what it say on Pacer now. It tell you on Pacer that by reading these documents, you will not be able to tell who testified, who snitched versus who not. That's what it say on Pacer. I showed y'all that a couple days ago. All right. Try to get some water in me, y'all. If I don't drink it fast, y'all, I ain't gonna drink it. I'm gonna sip it a few times, and next thing you know, I probably drink that shit 3 days later. Gotta improve my water intake. Yo, but hit that like button, yo. Share the live, man. Share the live. Share it to the social medias. Look like they trying to dictate the numbers again. Trying to keep our numbers low. I must have said something about somebody. I don't know. You know how they do me. Hold on, y'all. Let me write my phone on. Yeah, I might have said something about somebody I shouldn't have talked about. So now they chastising us on the views again. Y'all know how they do. What's up, butter? Yeah, see, I ain't rocking like that, yo. If a rat come from out my city and and he got all this shit around his name, I'ma do him just like how we doing Meech. Ain't no motherfucking favorites. Mike, what's up, my nigga? Got my man Mikey in the building. What it do? How the motherfucking how the work life treating you, my nigga? Still elevating? That's what's up, man. Man, doing real good, man. Happy for him. All right, so let's get rolling. Then we got Lil Baby, y'all. Lil Baby is in major trouble, y'all. I think we're gonna go there first. I did a video earlier. Lil Baby is in big time trouble. And he can't blame nobody but himself. For real. Like a lot of people was hard on Dirt. That's what's up. I wasn't hard on Dirt because I understand revenge. You understand? I understand, yo, sometimes you get so mad, it's hard to let shit go. But with this Lil Baby situation, you talking about putting yourself in a situation that was totally avoidable. Totally avoidable. Like, he did not have to put himself in this situation, y'all. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. My man think it's because, talking to my man earlier, he said he think it's because of the situation with, you know, he been talking about how he losing his stain. So he might have felt like he had to prove himself. So he put himself, you know, but I don't know. I don't know if I really believe that. I just think it was stupidity. I think it was stupidity. I think it was, you know, validation probably played a role in it. You know, I don't know what happened. Somebody might have got hurt between it, yo. But to do a video in these guys' hood, knowing that it's beef, that's idiotic to me, yo. I can't believe Baby was so fucking stupid. For real. Like, I thought he was way smarter than that. That's what I believe too, Charles. But I didn't think he was going to go back to being a dummy. I mean, like, it's one thing not wanting to be a rapper. I get it. I think he, you know, lost his passion for it. But to put yourself in a situation like this that ended with 2 kids being murdered, like, yo, come on, yo, like, come on, baby, that's crazy to me, man. Yeah, I can't believe he put himself in this situation, and they're gonna figure out a way to charge him. Trust and believe. They're gonna figure out a way to put him in this situation. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. So earlier, I wanted to put this video in the video. But when I was on a move. So when I screen recorded it, I ain't had time to go back and do it again. So I just played the mute. But check this out though, y'all. Hit that like button. Share the live, y'all. Come here, come on, YouTube. Why y'all doing me like this, man? Send my notifications out.
Atlanta police now blame the deaths of 2 Atlanta teens last summer on a violent street gang in our community. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Just hours ago, APD announced they now have charged 7 people with the murders. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at Atlanta Police headquarters to tell us what we're finding out. Tyler?
Black Monster.
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Investigators say 2 13-year-olds were innocent victims caught in a gang retaliation shooting while celebrating a birthday.
The overall theme in this case is grown men playing gangster.
Atlanta police say these are the innocent faces of gang violence in Atlanta. 2 of them, 13-year-old boys, Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman, were killed.
I ain't gonna lie though, y'all. If I was involved in, I don't even think I would be able to live with myself. Yo, y'all know how much I care about the community and care about the people. Yo, if I put myself in a situation that ended with 2 kids being murdered innocently, yo, that would affect me, yo. I don't know, yo. I must not be that hardcore like some people. But I don't think I wouldn't be able to live with that. Like that would bother me to the core. Appreciate it, Charlene. That would bother me, man. For real. I am surprised when it comes out of Baby. I am. I thought Baby was smarter than this. Like this was totally under his control. Like this not a situation like T Grizzly and well, you know, the little young boy situation. This not a situation where Dirk and Quando Rondo, like this was totally avoidable. Totally avoidable. You went there to antagonize. Like he put himself in a situation to antagonize.
11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last.
I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Just hours ago, APD announced they now have charged 7 people with the murders. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at Atlanta Police Headquarters to tell us what we're finding out. Tyler?
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Investigators say 2 13-year-olds were innocent victims caught in a gang retaliation shooting while celebrating a birthday.
The overall theme in this case is grown men playing gangster.
Atlanta police say these are the innocent faces of gang.
They put eggs and everything now.
Violence in Atlanta. 2 of them, 13-year-old boys Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman, were killed. And 11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last July in a shooting on Spark Street. APD says Freeman was killed on his 13th birthday.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life.
During an afternoon news conference, investigators blamed the deadly shooting on a local rapper. They said the attack was in retaliation for the rapper entering a rival gang's territory to film a music video.
In the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions, and you know who you are.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone. Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex where the 3 young teens were gathered to celebrate.
This shit can happen in any fucking culture. Fucking talking about black culture. People die all across America in every fucking culture. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian.
Freeman's birthday. Police say they weren't the targets.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these 2 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement.
Those arrested were identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Ali Caldwell. The final 2 were arrested Tuesday. Police had some tough talk for those responsible.
Goodfellas Criminal Street Gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta. And we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure that we keep this city safe and suppressing violence.
And the investigation continues. There is a 50.
So I think I got that whole press conference. Like, shorty, this was stupid, y'all. This was stupid. I can't believe shorty was this damn dumb. I can't believe he was this fucking stupid. So here go the press conference right here.
To us throughout our.
So let's check out this press conference. So we have all the information. I just don't understand. Like, yo, you supposed to be trying to avoid beef. You don't walk into beef. Like I said in the video earlier. In the video I did earlier, I don't know how many people got notifications because it looked like YouTube was playing. But in the video I did earlier, I showed y'all that Lil Baby video shoot got shot up before in Atlanta. So Lil Baby, at the age he is now, at the level that he is now, why would you put yourself in another type? Why would you put yourself in this type of situation? It don't make sense. Like, why would you put yourself in this type of situation where as though something like this can happen again? We talking about a shooting that happened in May and another shooting that happened in July. Same type of circumstances, shooting a video. It's just idiotic, y'all. And whatever come out of this, he deserves it. You got 2 kids dead now. Another one shot for no fucking reason. For some shit they man.
So you don't have to ask me to say and spell their first and last name. It's already here for you. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know. That's why it don't make sense.
Everyone have this main sheet.
From the Federal Bureau of Investigation today, as you always do, as a strong partner, making sure we have a safe Atlanta, Georgia. I'm joined today by our actually very brand new special agent in charge of the Atlanta field office, Paul Brown. Welcome, sir. I believe this is your first week here in Atlanta. Glad to have you with us, already hitting the ground running, and the long-standing support the Atlanta Police Department has had from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Also joined today by Major Pete Malecki, who is the commander of our major.
Yo, hit that like button, share the live, y'all. Look like YouTube trying to play with our numbers again, man. I don't know why. I don't know if they do that to everybody. They be trying to dictate me, though. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Their social media, man. Let's get at least 150 people on here.
Crime section, as well as Major Ralph Woolhoek, who oversees our violent crime interdiction section. The last time we gathered here as a police department,
and that's what I'm saying, Big Low. It's like, yo, this is my thing, right? What? This the thing. There is no outcome. There was nothing good that was going to come out of this. Basically, what I'm trying to say. Like, what good was going to come out of going into this other neighborhood where you know it's pressure and shooting a video? Like, you mean to tell me it was that lack of respect for them guys? It was that lack of respect. Because, y'all, you can go to the softest hood in America and something like this would have happened. Because it's that disrespectful. That's why I said in the video, this was disrespect times 10. You come into our neighborhood. You know it's problems, real problems. People probably got shot at before. And you shoot a music video. And expected to just walk out with nothing, you know. He expected to walk in and walk out. And nothing was going to happen. Man, that's stupid. Ain't no way he thought that. Yeah, exactly. Y'all disrespectful as hell, man. Any neighborhood would have reacted the same way.
For help from the community to be able to bring to custody the murders of 2 13-year-olds in our city. I met just a moment ago with the mother of one of those young men, Michelle Freeman, and we were talking about the journey she's been on. The morning that she lost her son, 13-year-old friend of his, and an 11-year-old that was injured that day. Now, I'm celebrating a birthday party when gang violence and gun violence found its way to Spark Street. And Miss Freeman knows that she has the condolence and the support of the Atlanta Police Department. It was there on July the 2nd. It continues today. We made a commitment when we stood before you last time on Spark Street that we were going to identify the murders in that case. And not only were we going to identify the murders in that case, we were going to bring them to justice. And we're here today to give you an update on everyone being brought to justice that committed those crimes. Those crimes were just not against the Freeman family or the Davis family. Those crimes were not just against the Oakland City community or here on Spark Street. These crimes were against all of Atlanta. Because when gun violence touches this neighborhood and can claim the lives of 2 13-year-olds, it touches every Atlanta neighborhood. And since those early morning hours, this police department has not tired in identifying who committed those crimes and bringing them to justice.
Hell yes, I want to
acknowledge a number of the units that have been working since that morning and that have not stopped.
Might be a criminal prosecution.
Our gang unit, an analyst working out of public safety headquarters, the district attorney's office, and the FBI. And these individuals that committed the crime here on July 2nd were dangerous individuals. that if allowed to remain free on the streets of Atlanta, Georgia, we're going to use guns again to harm. These individuals cannot just be taken off the street without risk to law enforcement. And thanks to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, our Apex unit, our ACE unit, and our fugitive units, we have taken into custody the last 2 individuals that we have sought for this horrible crime. And we couldn't do that without the community. Because if you remember the last time we were here, we were going door to door on every home in this neighborhood asking for the community support. So for everyone that's provided a tip, that is called Crime Stoppers, for everyone that has worked with our investigators, I want to thank you. Because everyone has a role in keeping Atlanta safe.
You got 7 guys in Atlanta. Somebody gonna tell. You already know that. We learned that from the YSL. I mean, we can't say that because YFN ain't do no telling. But it's high. It's a high probability. One of these guys gonna talk.
Turn the microphone now over to the special agent in charge of the FBI.
Yeah, I did a video on it, Jay.
Zach Brown, I do want to thank you for all the work that your team has been providing. Long before you arrived in the city, we've had a strong partnership with the FBI. And for us to be able to stand here and tell the Atlantans we have removed 2 more dangerous murders off the street, we want to thank you for your role in making that happen.
Free phone.
Thank you. I'm Paul Brown, the special
they
agent
playing, Frank.
FBI Atlanta's division. And it's first and foremost, I want to offer my deepest condolences to the Davis and Freeman families. No family should have to bury their 13-year-old children. The FBI is here as part of our joint efforts with the Atlanta Police and other law enforcement partners to solve cases just like this. The FBI assisted this case. It's part of our ongoing commitment to APD to combat violent crime and gang violence that's plaguing our communities. Everyone should feel safe and secure in their community and their homes. FBI Atlanta's violent crimes and gang squads work every day with APD and our other law enforcement partners.
Yeah, they play without channel, y'all.
Through our Atlanta Metro Major Offenders Task Force and through our Atlanta Safe Streets Task Force.
Yeah,
to get violent criminals like Tredon, Crawford, and Ali Caldwell.
Look like he want to be the next Dirk. But see, that's the thing. The difference between this and Dirk is, like, I understand Dirk's situation. Like this, like I don't understand this. Like this was just stupidity. This was idiotic. This doesn't make sense. It don't make sense to put yourself in this. Like he put himself there. I don't understand this. Like this is something you expect from a 17-year-old or 18-year-old. You know, you expect this level of stupidity from a teenager. You don't expect this from a guy that's 30, 29. And with money? No, you don't expect this, man. This is stupid.
Off the streets. We will continue to use every resource available, working with our partners to include the Atlanta Police Department.
Now, I ain't gonna say it's over for them, but
thank you for your time.
They coming after him. They said it. That's why I'm gonna let it play. They said almost verbatim that they coming after Baby.
Good afternoon. I'm Major Pete Malecki. I'm over our major crime section. So as Chief Shearbaum stated, several weeks after this incident took place, we were out here holding a very similar press conference, and we were asking for the help from the community. In just a moment, I'm going to show you some pictures of 7 individuals that we were able to take into custody in conjunction with this tragic incident. I stood here and told you the story how on July 2nd, just after midnight of last year, we had 2 13-year-olds and 11-year-old celebrating the birthday of Lamont Fremont. He had just turned 13, and he got to experience about 30 minutes of being a teenager before his life was taken. And when I turn it over to Major Woolfolk, he's going to discuss some of the investigative techniques.
Sometimes it takes that long.
And really the gang involvement and the gang ties that led to this incident taking place. But one thing I want to make absolutely clear.
They could have already arrested some people and just didn't announce it until they got everybody. Sometimes they do that because they don't want to hinder the investigation. So they'll make 3, 4, 5 arrests, but they're not going to announce it to everybody court.
And I said it then and I'll say it again. These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these 2 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement. We didn't have interactions with them as a police department. They were good kids in the community.
Lil Baby,
and unfortunately, their futures, their lives were taken. So I do want to thank all the community members that gave us tips and information on this case. And while I can't say necessarily that one individual tip broke this thing open, each tip is like a little puzzle piece And we took every one of those, glued them together, and we're able to thankfully bring this case to resolution. And I will say that even though we have
they was listening to phone calls, because I don't know if they're gonna say that here, but they found out that this hit was placed from the jail. Somebody from the jail put this plan in motion. So they was listening to phone calls. Phone calls definitely was tapped.
Stop working cases. So if anyone has more information, we would ask that you do bring that forward, provide that to us, and we will certainly investigate every detail of those tips. So right now we're going to show some images of the individuals that we have made arrests on. So 5 of these individuals we already had in custody, had arrested. Some of them were in jail on previous charges not related to this. So once we establish probable cause, we're able to serve the jails in which they're housed with these arrest warrants. So the first one there is Mr. Sanders. Let's flip in. Richard Hollis.
You think so? You think so, Mike?
Thomas.
It could be.
Marcus Crawford. Mr. Mobley.
Okay.
Traydon Crawford. And Traydon is one of the individuals that we took into custody yesterday. And then the final 7th individual is Mr. Ollie Caldwell. If you notice with these individuals, 2 of them share the same last name. It's because they are brothers. So
and you got
seems like there was some.
Now you got a mother that's lost both her sons in one swipe. This shit be crazy. Yo, we gotta tighten up, yo. Like this just
of family history of gang activity, gang involvement, and unfortunately on the night of July 2nd that escalated to 2 13-year-old children losing their lives. So I'm going to turn it over to Major Ralph Woolfolk, and he will discuss a little bit of the gang conflict and some of the investigative techniques and procedures that we used to get us here today. So thank you.
Damn. We're going to look at that, Ryan.
Thanks, Major. My name is Major Ralph Woolfolk of the Violent Crime Interdiction Section. And I first want to say the overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster that left 2 of our children in graves and a community in fear. And we know in these communities that strength
for real
is about building community, not destroying it. And in this case, leaving 2 young people in their grave. I want to thank the community that was here with our investigation team from the inception of this incident. Out on the night of the incident, we not only
police probably was there, but yo, sometimes the disrespect was so high, yo, but motherfucker take their chance. Like man, people take their chance sometimes with the police being there, because a lot of times I done seen police fold on the scene. I mean, I done been around situations where the police be on the next block, they hear the shots and they pull off. What's up, Reggie?
But we also saw a community that was full of compassion and love. Video evidence depicted several people in this community pouring out of their apartments, attempting to triage wounds, attempting to transport persons to the hospital, and making several 911 calls from this community that were used throughout our investigation that led ultimately, with their assistance, to some of the apprehensions in this case. I want to also thank the FBI, who has not only been an incredible partner to us throughout this investigation, but has also been a consistent partner to us throughout our fight, as Chief Shearbaum always says, against gangs, guns, and drugs. We've had a consistent partnership with the FBI that has aided us in suppressing our violent crime. And for our team members internally in the Atlanta Police Department that spent countless hours, investigative hours, a tandem approach, collaborative approach between homicide, between gangs, between our ACE unit, between our intelligence analysts, and several other internal units throughout the police department that spent countless hours working this case. I remember getting a call from the gang unit over 4th of July weekend asking to go up on a wiretapped investigation. And subsequent to that call, the next 48 hours were spent on the phone with our district attorney's office, who was a great support to us throughout this investigation and trying to stand that T3 up. And through that investigation, our gang unit sacrificed vacations. Our gang unit sacrificed time with loved ones.
If I got him, that's why.
Relationships throughout the course of this investigation.
Boys, by done.
5,424 man hours from July 10th through October 30th that was spearheaded by the Atlanta Police Gang Unit in a wire room to ultimately assemble key facts and elements leading us to where we are in the investigation. And for the investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence that was orchestrated by adults in our city.
Lil Baby, y'all.
And cowardly
So if
acts.
you just tapping in, y'all. If you just tapping in, let me give y'all a rundown what we watched. Last July, what they're saying is Lil Baby shot a video in an opposition neighborhood. The video shoot got shot up. At the same time this video shoot was going on, it was a children's birthday party. 3 kids got shot. 2 of them killed. A 13-year-old and a 12-year-old, I think. Now they made the arrest, but what you're gonna hear from this police officer is they ain't done, and they is coming after Lil Baby. He basically said it without saying his name. But because this was avoidable. Like, this is a situation that he created. You created a whole situation that got 2 innocent kids murdered on his birthday. Then you got 2 brothers that's fucking around ready to spend a nice amount of time of their life in prison. So their parents is somewhere just grieving just like these parents. Like, we got to get better, yo. Like, yo, the unnecessary violence is got to stop. Now, I'm not naive. You understand? So you ain't never going to stop all crime. You know, some of these guys be out of line. You know, shit happens. Yo, but stuff like this shouldn't happen. Things like this shouldn't happen. This was unnecessary. This was avoidable. This was preventable.
Cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons.
Okay, so hold up. So I think we got the narrative wrong. We got the narrative wrong. So the video shoot is what led to a whole bunch of retaliatory shootings. And in the process of these retaliatory shootings, 2 kids was murdered at a birthday party. That's what happened.
For those actions.
No, Baby ain't locked up.
Ultimately, there are components of this investigation that led back to a prison in the state of Georgia where an illegal phone, a contraband phone, was used to orchestrate these acts. There was a hit called by a high-ranking gang member on the opposite side of that opposing rapper's gang. And I'll tell you today, that gang was Goodfellas. Goodfellas Criminal Street Gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta. And we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure that we keep this city safe and suppressing violence.
Let me help you out,
and lastly, I'll say, as Major Malecki indicated,
let me help you
there
out.
is still a $50,000 reward that is on the table for additional information in relationship to this case. And our detectives and our officers, through all of the internal units and external units that you see here today, will be knocking on doors and working with this community that has been so resilient to collect additional information to continue to move this investigation forward. Thank you.
We'll now open up for questions. We'll start on that side with Tom.
Somebody gonna have to talk to Ty Baby to it.
these three juveniles, I mean, was it a crossfire situation? Were they targeted? Was there a gun battle between rival gang elements?
No, there was not. We do believe that the three juveniles, two were killed, one who was injured, they were just outside on the steps celebrating a birthday party. We don't believe that they were the intended targets of that gunfire. But these individuals that we have shown indiscriminately opened fire on that apartment complex, resulting in these three children getting injured.
Let's look into that. Let's look into that case.
Follow-up question. The person who made the call for a hit from prison, that isn't one of the people who were already in jail. This is another individual we're talking about.
Yeah, the individual that orchestrated this from Hancock State Prison, he was already incarcerated.
So he's going to be charged in this.
Yeah, he has been charged.
Yeah, so I have a couple questions. The last two people, I know that you said that one of them was Trayvon Crawford. Who's the other person that you just tested? Ali Caldwell. Okay. And so then, are we going to name?
Well, I'm thinking the reason they listen to wiretaps. So what I'm thinking is the way they tie Baby to this crime is by wiretaps and listen to conversations, and probably heard somebody on a jail call talk about Baby shooting a video in the neighborhood, and he got to pay for that, and it led to a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, at this time, so not to compromise the integrity of this investigation, we will not be naming that gang. It is a hyper-violent hybrid street gang here in the city of Atlanta, and there is subsequent information that will follow in the upcoming preliminary hearing.
So these guys.
Oh man, I think they might hit them boys with Fed cases. I think 4PF ready to get a federal indictment, y'all. They're not even naming them niggas. And the reason why is because he probably don't want to hinder the other investigation. So what happened? So all right. So I'm getting under. So these 7 that got charged, they is from the other gang. I think the feds is coming in to arrest the other side. Watch.
Guys that were arrested were good numbers.
Yes.
Let me go back.
Gang here in the city of Atlanta, and there is subsequent information that will follow in the at this time, so not to compromise the integrity of this investigation.
The gang on the other side named the Goodfellas, but what's the name of the gang that's affiliated with this rapper that we're not naming?
Yeah, at this time, so not to
they ready. The feds ready to come after them boys, man.
We will not be naming that gang.
Dang.
It is a hyper-violent hybrid street gang here in the city of Atlanta, and there is subsequent information that will follow in the upcoming.
The feds ready to grab down.
These guys that were arrested were good numbers.
Yes.
Yeah. See, he basically said what I just said. Yeah, the feds ready to come after them, y'all. Feds ready to come after them. Shit's crazy.
No further questions? Chief, you can just remind everyone.
Crime Stoppers, again, I want to commend the dedication of the men and women of the Atlanta Police Department. This is a case that I was regularly updated on, and Major Woolfolk and Major Malecki gave you some oversight, but they are understating when they talk about the commitment of the men and women of this department to bring closure to families.
Right now.
Justice to this
You heard me, Frank?
That is for every homicide we do.
Hey, Frank, he need to do that right now. They probably got his ass on a no-fly zone. Because if they announce this, that means the other one is coming real soon. Like probably within the next, I would say less than a month. If they decide to come down on them, it's gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon. That's why they didn't mention their name. You heard him say he don't want to compromise the investigation because they're not the ones investigating. It's the feds that's investigating.
And so as I stand here today, there are clearly family members watching that still are waiting for justice for this family member. The commitment that is right behind me, that I see around this group is still active in every other homicide that we have open at this time. So Crime Stoppers, we encourage everyone, if you have information that will help us to bring justice to another family of the city, please use it. Do your duty as a citizen of this city to be able to provide information.
But
I'm
I'm
thinking to the members
thinking
of the media that you oftentimes have delivered to the community information.
they're not gonna tie Baby to this. They're gonna try to grab Baby on a RICO charge. They're gonna try to grab Baby on a RICO charge and make him the head of the indictment. And he's gonna be charged with everything that people under him did. That's what they're gonna try to do. Let me see something. Let's find out when these kids were shot. When this happened. Let's see when this happened. Yeah, that's how they gonna do them. Damn. 3 teens. Oh, that's not the right thing. Hold up. Shot in Atlanta. Let's see when this first happened. They said it was in July. Atlanta birthday party. Damn, y'all. Hate to see y'all. I hate to see people go out like this, man. Have 2 teens shot, killed in Southwest Atlanta. So is this the situation right here? Two killed. Here you go, right here. All right, so this is the situation right here, y'all. Yeah, y'all. The feds ready to come at the Baby in now. I think it's obvious. I don't even think it's up for debate. The feds ready to come after them. Because typically in these type of situations, they take down both sides. But since it's probably money on the other side, they like, no, we're gonna let our federal partners handle that. Yeah, the feds ready to come after them, y'all. He ready to be right there sitting with dirt.
West Atlanta neighborhood. They are fed up with crime. 2 13-year-olds are dead, another hurt after an overnight shooting.
This all happened at a complex in the Oakland City neighborhood. And Atlanta News first reporter Brittany Ford is live at Grady Hospital this afternoon where the surviving teen was taken. So, Brittany, how is that child doing?
Well, the good news is that this 12-year-old that was injured in the shooting is in stable condition, expected to make a full recovery. But today we were out talking with neighbors who say this has happened over and over again. Tragedies just like this, they're calling for the city to step in. An apartment building on Spark Street in Southwest Atlanta riddled in bullet holes.
I had a bullet come through my grandbaby window. I done had a bullet come through my door. He was an innocent bystander. We are not getting no help, no justice.
Authorities say 2 teens who have been identified as 13-year-old Jacody Davis and 13-year-old Lamont Freeman were shot and killed while hanging out on these stairs just before 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. Family members of Freeman say teen...
Let me show you something. If you notice, in this article, in this video, they don't mention anything about a music video, which says that through them listening to phone calls, that's how they got that information. They got the information about the music video starting this whole war by listening to phone calls. Because at first, they talking about like it's just a regular shooting. They ain't mentioning nothing about any outside influences. They're not mentioning nothing about no rappers, nothing about videos. They're speaking about it like it's just a regular shooting, which means that they have some type of information that leads them to believe that this shooting was caused because of a music video.
Was killed on what would have been his 14th birthday.
Today is his birthday. Literally, today is his birthday, and that's not good at all. It's not. He's supposed to be here with us, celebrating, doing what we do.
Deborah Daniels says the apartment complex has been plagued with crime.
We need help. I want the mayor and everybody else to come out here and please help us.
City Council member Julian Bond says the city will be responding.
The police department's going to do a newly tuned focus on this particular property in the area.
They say it was a birthday party, Chris.
Bond stressed they also need the community's help.
We want people to be involved, to tell us where they need the service, where we can apply our resources to better help and to serve them. You know, we don't want to just respond when there's a tragedy.
Grieving the loss of 2 young men, Daniel says the violence has gone unaddressed far too long.
It is sad. How many more times, how many more we gonna get killed? It is sad.
Yeah, see, that's his neighborhood. So Spark Street, that's his neighborhood. So them boys came around his neighborhood and shot his neighborhood up, and the little kids got killed.
Now, Atlanta police are still working to find a motive. Right now, there are currently no suspects.
Because they ready to hit him with a RICO, bro. That's what they ready to do. They ready to hit him with a RICO, man. Watch. A federal one, not no state one. They ready to hit them boys with a federal RICO. They're going to put Baby at the top of the indictment. And it's going to be a laundry list of crimes of everything that's connected to whatever the fuck they did. Watch. That's what they ready to do. And it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon. It ain't going to take. It's going to be soon. So if I was Baby, I would try to get the fuck out of here now. I mean, not tomorrow. Now is the time to go. Don't sit around and wait. You're going to be sitting there just like Dirk motherfucking ass. This shit's stupid. Fucking music video. You hit that like button, yo, subscribe to the channel, man. If you can't support the platform, cash that Baltimore swag, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Yo, this should be, I swear, yo, this be pissing me off, yo. Because, yo, I be wanting people like Lil Baby, Dirt, Young Boy, you know, people that really, you know, came from it to win, yo, because it gives the young kids hope, you know. It gives the kids that know these guys and seeing them come up and know their circumstances, it gives them hope to say that, yo, we can do it too. And it don't gotta be by rap, you know. They can do it in a number of ways. But then when you got these type of situations, yo, it's just like, damn, he ain't even make it. Shorty got that far and didn't make it. Shit is crazy. Did y'all see this? Jeffrey Epstein flight logs and names will reportedly be released tomorrow. This is going to shake the internet right here.
You have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So
Damn.
We have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, you know, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights?
Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But
you said last week that you have the Epstein files.
Damn. Hold up, y'all. I want to hear that whole conversation. What news was that? Fox News, MSNBC, Fox News. I want to hear that whole conversation. Fox News, Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, Jennifer, it's not no Diddy list, man. Ain't no Diddy list coming out.
Attorney General Pam Bondi is here now. I can't even remember if I've congratulated you on your confirmation. Have I? If I haven't, congratulations.
Thank you. Only through text.
Okay,
so this is the first time in person. Thank you. So we're out there fighting every day to save lives. Domestically, you sick. 200 victims. 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that,
what kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
We're hearing reports that there was an investigation opened into James Comey, who may have thrown honeypots at Donald Trump back in the 2015, 2016 years. Is that true?
Jesse, I don't know anything about what you're saying about James Comey right now.
Oh, that's all he said.
That was a report.
Don't know anything about that.
That was a report that was cited in the Washington Times. I'll take it at that. We're hearing a lot about Doge.
Oh, all right.
So
that's all they did was say. All he said, I mean. All right, but y'all, the other day, right, before we get into Meech and all that shit, we covered the story where a kid almost got took out his shoes. God damn it, fucked it up. Is this it? No, that's not it. And they end up getting shot real bad for it. And they deserve it, to be honest. The fuck is you trying to take somebody's shoes for? Where the fuck is the video at? Lil D was minding his business, and these other little kids took it upon themselves to try to steal a man's shoes. Check this out. Now I'm gonna pause it, for YouTube purposes. All of this, because they try to take his shoes. I could let it play. I ain't know they edited it. No, hell no, James. No, James, I ain't saying that. Hold up, James. I ain't saying 4PF called no hit. I ain't saying anything. What the Atlanta PD is saying is that by Lil Baby doing a video shoot in this other hood, it sparked off a series of events. Matter of fact, I can show you. They got the video. We'll go to the video after this. Before we get to all right, before we get to this situation, let me show you. I think this man what started everything. I think this is what jump started the whole Lil Baby situation. I put it in a video earlier. I got a video on it. Now that we got a clear understanding of what actually happened. So in May of last year, Lil Baby was shooting a video. Yeah, Shane, that should have been self-defense, but they you know how they is with the law. So this happened last year. May of last year. No, they definitely charged him.
When it came
we're gonna get back to
things
that.
to the next level,
Let me
I
just
knew
show you
that I
all
had
this
to make a
real quick.
website, and Wix was perfect for that. I'm Josh Harmon. I'm a musician. I'm a content creator.
Yeah, it did, Big Law. Hey, James, you cannot quote anything from King AK, yo. Like, he doesn't know nothing. Like, you can't quote nothing from yo. Like, he's not smart enough. He don't know about law. He's never been in no real trouble. Like, he just be talking, bro. He just be talking. But that's not what you said. You said keep it G said. What happen from based off of what Atlanta PD said is this. It looked like this situation right here. This situation sparked off a whole bunch of bullshit. Because this happened in May. The kids was killed in July. And they said it was a web of violence. It was a web of violence. After this. Because this is Baby shooting a video in the ops hood. Oh, okay, my bad.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Where you at?
He gone. You can put it up. He gone.
Who the fuck was that?
I just sat right here and watched the whole time, bro. Ain't no real smooth, bro. Real smooth, bro. Them like they was shooting their own video the whole time. They were plotting on their ass.
You see that? They would shoot. So this got to be the situation, y'all. That started that. It might ain't started, but this is what escalated it. Because there was another group of guys shooting a video out there as well.
Tom, get your ass up.
I'm getting down like they tell you in the military.
He got blacking, man. Them boys gone, man. He shooting at nobody.
It was just a nigga on the side of that wall with a stick, though.
You get the fuck out the way.
But them they get for always trying to disassemble.
What the fuck you doing?
Like, who are these people shooting at? Like, what is all these unnecessary shots for? Like, the first round of shots, the guys must have left. I don't know what these other round of shots was about. Yeah, for real.
Some in a white car got down there and started shooting back up at them. Yes, they were in a white car. They stopped down at the cut right there and let loose. Huh? Yeah. Man, you were coming back with your enough artillery down there.
So yeah, I think this is what the this started. This was Baby shooting a video in the other hood. They shot the video shootout. And what Atlanta PD is saying is that after that, it was a web of shootings. So this is the result of that situation right here.
I know that we can get you up to speed, but can we get this thing to slow?
Yeah, and I think they ain't arrest Baby in them because I think the feds gonna come get them. Cause you don't normally see, like, when there's beefs going on, they normally mention both sides. The fact that they didn't mention the other side lets us know that they got something else in the works. It's something else in the works for certain.
After someone started shooting on the set of a music video. The shooting happened in northwest part of the city, and it took place while rapper Lil Baby was close by. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates is live for us from APD headquarters with more on this investigation. Bobeth, you know, if you hear a big rapper like Lil Baby shooting a video, it's going to be a big scene.
That's exactly right. And the residents we spoke to this morning say they were so excited to see Grammy Award-winning Lil Baby. But they say that excitement really quickly turned into fear when what they believe was a drive-by shooting occurred. And now Atlanta PD is investigating.
That happened. It was just too much for me.
Residents in the Dixie Hills neighborhood say Tuesday shooting on Verbranda Street that occurred on the set of a music video featuring popular Atlanta rapper Lil Baby has them on the edge.
The kids got shot. The kids got shot in the process of the after effects of this. So after this happened, it was a lot of back and forth shootings. And the kids got shot. It looked like, from what y'all was saying, Lil Baby neighborhood, which means it was retaliation for whatever happened after this.
And they think no, we and we grabbed the kids and everybody was just running. It was a whole bunch of chaos.
The Atlanta Police Department's Violent Crime Unit is now investigating the incident that left 3 people shot. Officials say one person was hit in the arm, another in the neck, and a third in the back. And while all are expected to survive, police say the shooting may be part of a bigger problem with gang activity.
Several of the individuals in the city that are involved in some of these hybrid rap performance groups are involved in certain conflicts throughout the city. So us as a city of Atlanta, we do want to be proactive in making sure that our gang unit is on scene and at the on front of any potential matters that could escalate as a result of a shooting of this nature.
Well, folks says children and other bystanders were also on scene of the music video when the about 30 shots rang out. And as police try to piece together who's responsible and what led up to the shooting, neighbors we spoke to say the violence is getting out of hand.
Yeah, so I think that's what springboarded the whole situation. But back to this. So they try to take this young kid's shoes, man. All right. So that was yesterday that we seen that. I think I got some paperwork on Gangsta Williams too, y'all. I ain't even checked. Hold on. Oh no, I ain't. No, that ain't it. Shit. He probably, all his documents probably sealed. I want to know exactly what he did. I mean, I got a good idea what he did to come home. But I think Terrence Williams one of the biggest rats we ever seen. Put his ass next to motherfucking Elpo. Man, shoot the Mikey for the $5 cash app. I sent myself. What the fuck I sent myself earlier? Was that last night? Here you go, right here. So this is the situation right here, y'all. He probably is. That man did a whole lot of telling, y'all. A whole lot of telling. Way more than just on dead folks. Way more than just on dead folks. They probably got about 20 people locked up. Or rebooked.
After a double to the hospital. It happened just after 9 this morning off of Town Point Road in a populated shopping center. Emily Harrison brings us the latest in this investigation.
That's what it was, Jordans they were trying to take.
Portsmouth police have blocked off this entire shopping center as they investigate this double shooting here at the shops at Town Point. The center of their investigation looking like it's taking place inside one of the specific stores here at this shopping complex, and a store called The Smoke Guys, and outside in the parking lot.
I don't feel safe. I even told my boss, like, can you please get us some security?
Employees stood outside waiting for the all clear from Portsmouth police as detectives investigated a double shooting early Sunday morning. No one was allowed in or out as police say someone opened fire at the shopping center.
I mean, I feel sorry for whoever got shot. I don't know what happened. I don't know circumstances, but the violence, it just gets worse and worse every day. I'm like, what's going on? Like, people can't even go anywhere.
Investigators did not say what led up to the shooting or if a suspect was in custody. An employee who did not want to appear on camera told 13 News Now she called 911 after a woman went running into her store begging her to get help as the shooting took place. Those who work in nearby shops say it's not the first time violence has touched this community.
They've gotten robbed. Somebody got stabbed, somebody got shot, trying to just do the most. Like, I don't know why people are doing the most.
The double shooting in Portsmouth comes less than 48 hours after 2 Virginia Beach police officers.
Yo, this that dumbass. See, yo, these kids, that was stupid. Like, this is just as stupid as Lil Baby. But see, you expect things like this from young kids. Like, more than likely, these were some young kids that did it. Lil Baby too old to be moving like that. Like, yo, why are you trying to take Shorty's shoes? Like, they don't even know if you can fit the boy's shoes. End up getting you and your friend shot. Now, luckily, y'all, ain't none of them die. Even though they look bad in that video. But ain't none of them die as of yet.
So court documents, apparently video shows from inside the store, 19-year-old Raekwon Avery entering the store. He carried on a conversation with a clerk about buying some vape products. The clerk tells us 30 seconds after Avery came in, 2 other men came in, and one of them attacked Avery from behind by pulling his feet out. As Avery leaned on the counter, he fell to the floor. Store video shows there was a short tussle on the ground, and store video shows Avery allegedly pulled a gun and shot the man. Then shot the second man who came in with the first, then shot the second man again as Avery was leaving the store. We agreed not to show the clerk or identify her, but she told us this.
The shooter, he was the victim. Like, he was talking to me, he wasn't bothering nobody. I'm just saying, he was trying to get a vape, and then they came from out of nowhere.
They didn't die as of yesterday.
I don't know why they did, but he was a victim, and if someone come up from behind you like that, what you gonna do? You gotta defend yourself, especially pull you from your legs from behind. Like, that's crazy and scary.
Avery was not charged with the first shooting because police called it self-defense. He was charged.
So he got charged for the second shooting. Yeah, but man, I don't think he should be charged at all, y'all. For real. I don't think he should be charged at all, y'all. I get why they charged him. Portsmouth shooting. Let's see what's the latest. What's the latest news on that? Charging double shooting. All right, 10 hours ago. This is the latest. Malicious wounding is what they charged him with. How much time malicious wounding carry in Virginia? How much time malicious wounding carry, y'all? Somebody look that up. In Virginia, malicious wounding. They should have charged Shorty with, I don't know, y'all. 30. God damn. So that's what I'm saying, yo. He shouldn't be facing no 30 years, man. 30 years, that's a lot of time, man. He should be facing something like
connection with a weekend shooting along Town Point Road. Police have charged 19-year-old Raekwon Avery with one count of malicious wounding. Originally, police are searching for two people believed to be connected to a shooting along Town Point Road. We're told this happened just after 9 Sunday morning. That's where officers found two men shot multiple times. They were sent to the hospital. We're working to learn more about how they are doing. If you have any information about what may have happened in this case, call the crime line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP.
Let's see what they saying. All right, Rayvon Devontae Avery, 19, was charged with aggravated malicious wounding, shooting within a building, malicious shooting. Come on, y'all. See, this the bullshit, y'all. This is what I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about the girl, Hannah, and how they just charged her with what they charged her with second degree, what they charged her with manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. Now, you got a situation that's obviously self-defense. At least the first initial shooting was self-defense. And they charged this man with aggravated malicious wounding, shooting within a building, malicious shooting, use of a firearm and commission of a felony, and possession of a concealed weapon. God damn. Fuck, they gonna shorty fuck around and get 40 for that shit. But we just covered the whole situation that the girl lied, tried to cover it up, talking about she was cleaning her gun, and the shit went off. And they charged her with involuntary manslaughter. She fuck around and get probation. The shooting took place on the 3500 block of Town Point Road on February 23rd. Authorities say they obtained video footage of the incident, which led to Avery's arrest. They saw Avery got followed by a 17-year-old male and an 18-year-old male as he entered the business. A fight then took place between the 17-year-old male and Avery. That shit wasn't no fight. That was an attack. Police say this is when Avery initially shot both of the unnamed men. The release say Avery shot the 18-year-old male again as he fled the scene. When police arrived, they found two males suffering from life-threatening gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital now in stable condition. On Monday, Portsmouth police shared surveillance video of two suspects they believe were involved in the shooting. They confirmed that Avery was one of the suspects seen in that video. What? Was one of the suspects. Later that day, Portsmouth police tracked down Avery's vehicle. How was he a suspect? I guess he's a suspect. After obtaining the search warrant, Avery's vehicle was seized. Police say they found numerous firearms and evidence from the shooting after searching. Oh, so that's where he got them firearm charges from. Avery was also charged with an unrelated shooting in the city. Oh, shit. God damn, he done fucked himself over. God damn it, shorty. But that unrelated shooting ain't got shit that would fuck do with what just happened. You can't even defend yourself in this motherfucking country, boy. You can't even defend yourself over this bitch. Now, he got charged for that extra shot. And I get it. You know, by law, the extra shot is you know, that's a whole nother, because at that point, the threat was gone. Yo, but I didn't say them look past those type of situations. I didn't say them type of situations don't get treated that way. We just were talking about the girl Hannah. Fuck, I still got that shit up. We were just talking about this girl. What the fuck that happened at? Georgia. It took her 3 days to even arrest this girl. Man, we talking about this yesterday. She told the police that I was in the house cleaning my gun at 5 in the morning after leaving the club. They find out
All right,
later.
sports fans, Jim Rome here. Westwood One Sports has wrapped up another thrilling NFL season, and we are shifting gears to March Madness, where the men's and women's tournaments are set to deliver some serious drama, and the excitement does not stop there. Get ready for a tradition unlike any other at the...
We've got new details in a deadly shooting out of Burke County, and a suspect is now behind bars tonight.
Burke County deputies say this happened just before 6 o'clock Sunday morning at a home in Keysville. There, investigators found the body of 30-year-old Telvin Osborne, who was later pronounced dead from a gunshot wound to the chest.
And today, 25-year-old Hannah Cobb was arrested and
Yeah,
charged
that's
with felony.
possible, Jennifer, but that ain't got that ain't got anything to do with the law. The law don't care about retaliation. They lock people up for retaliation all the time.
Involuntary manslaughter. Authorities say she's the one who notified authorities about this shooting. Now this afternoon, Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams held a news conference with details about this case.
A new mugshot released for 25-year-old Hannah Cobb, facing felony involuntary manslaughter charges in the shooting death of 30-year-old
Involuntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter? Shot the man in his chest. They was in some type of relationship. Now, more than likely, she the only one that can tell a story. So the story probably is very one-sided. But involuntary manslaughter, it's like you're not even trying. At least charge it with sex. Let the jury decide. But see, this is what they do in these type of situations. They take the jury out the equation. Let the jury decide if it's manslaughter versus first or second degree murder. That's what they typically do.
Telvin Osborne. This after the community and social media erupted this week after no immediate arrest was made in this case. According to a Burke County incident report, deputies responded to Western Estates on 4 Points Road Sunday morning for a gunshot wound. At the home, they found 30-year-old Telvin Osborne shot in the upper chest. Deputies say the suspect, Hannah Cobb, called deputies and was applying pressure to the wound when they arrived. Cobb told deputies her and Osborne had been out all night and recently got home. Cobb told deputies in the report she was checking her firearm as they do every night. That's when the gun went off, hitting Osborne. Cobb told deputies she thought the gun was on safe while checking it.
The case required a considerable amount of time and attention to detail, ensuring that there was a comprehensive inquiry, a thorough sifting of the evidence, and we have filed appropriate.
And she lied. She lied originally. Because at first they didn't charge her at all.
Charges.
According to Sheriff Alfonso Williams, there's been misinformation spread about the case, including the suspect cleaning the weapon when it went off.
At no point during the investigation.
Yo, this still Georgia, bro. It's Georgia.
About, a person cleaning a weapon.
He did say alcohol wasn't.
Georgia and Virginia laws, I don't think it's too much of a difference when it comes down to firearms. I could be wrong, though.
Involved in the shooting, and they're not listing this as accidental. He also said there was an altercation with some, quote, pushing and shoving before the incident happened.
It is reckless to...
That is a question. You ain't lying, Piano.
Go out and get drunk and then introduce a firearm into an argument.
I asked the sheriff if Cobb turned herself in or if deputies went to get her. The sheriff said they made arrangements with her to pick her up. Osborne's family tells us the 30-year-old worked out at Savannah Riverside, but often loved to fish, hunt, and raise animals. He was a father of two who they say loved his entire family.
This case is being treated as a homicide, and some family members felt the sheriff's office wasn't doing enough. Right now, the sheriff said more charges could be a possibility or charges could be upgraded. The sheriff said they have not responded to that home for other incidents in the past. We'll continue to follow this and bring you updates as we learn.
Man, they crazy as hell. Let the jury decide, yo. Like they gonna do with this kid. Let the jury decide. Look at all the charges they gave this kid, man. Let the jury pick. That's how they typically do. They charge that girl with one charge, involuntary manslaughter. What's that, Georgia? Let's see.
The term converted drug weight is used in the context of drug offenses. It refers to the weight.
Hold on. How much time does involuntary manslaughter carry in Georgia?
1 to 10 years.
Come on, man.
According to the ShermanLawyers.com, under Georgia law, involuntary manslaughter is a felony offense that carries serious penalties. If convicted, a defendant may face a prison sentence of 1 to 10 years, depending on the specific circumstances of the case, including any prior criminal history or
They're gonna get probation. How much time does malicious wounding carry in Virginia?
5 to 20 years. According to RudolphBylaw.com, ordinary malicious wounding charges are Class 3 felonies punishable by 5 to 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $100,000. In contrast, the lesser charge of unlawful wounding carries a penalty of up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $2,500.
What's his other charges? What's his other charges? This is not the this the article. What the article that we ain't on the article that had his charges up there? That shit is a fucking joke. System is a joke, y'all. The fuck was your other charges? Damn, we can't. I must I ain't on the article no more. I think this is it right here. Name is firearms. Fuck it. That shit holding us up. I can't find an article that had all his charges on there. That boy facing 50. That boy facing 50 for that situation. Shorty facing Shorty gonna get probation. 3 years. 3 years probation, anger management. And probably some community service. That's the fuck she gonna get. That's what she gonna get. And nigga, and I'm man. How the gun coming into play? And you drinking. You ain't supposed to be having no firearms while you drunk.
With a malicious wounding by shooting the second man.
I think this is right here. I think this the video.
So court documents, apparently video shows from inside the store, 19-year-old Raekwon Avery entering the store. He carried on a conversation with a clerk about buying some vape products. The clerk tells us 30 seconds after Avery came in, 2 other men came in, and one of them attacked Avery from behind by pulling his feet out. As Avery leaned on the counter, he fell to the floor. Store video shows there was a short tussle on the ground, and store video shows Avery allegedly pulled a gun and shot the man. Then shot the second man who came in with the first, then shot the second man again as Avery was leaving the store. We agreed not to show the clerk or identify her, but she told us this.
The shooter, he was the victim. Like, he was talking to me, he wasn't bothering nobody. I'm just saying, he was trying to get a vape, and then that came from out of nowhere. I don't know why they did, but he was a victim, and if someone come up from behind you like that, what you gonna do? You gotta defend yourself, especially pull you from your legs from behind. Like, that's crazy and scary.
Yeah. I know the last shot did it, yo, but I didn't see them excuse that type of behavior.
First shooting because police called it self-defense. He was charged with them.
I didn't see them excuse that behavior. Like he facing 5 to 10 for that. I don't think he should be facing 5 to 10 for that. But look at this, y'all. Oh, I had some shit to show y'all first. Got these academics still attacking women. And he just don't learn.
Today we are blessed.
Y'all remember this?
I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost
The family.
Lost a 2-year-old.
Remember her? Lost her kids. Sleeping in the car.
Faced a real devastating issue by losing 2 kids. And we in the city decided to step up and try to do something good for them and preserving their dignity and respect. And especially for the kids, to make sure they have a better future. We put in food for them, everything.
So they put her in the house.
She says
But she was just out doing this the other day. After 2 of your kids get killed, die from hypothermia. You in the club shaking ass less than a week later. I don't really like that. I think, other people probably could, do better with that. Because all she gonna do is fuck it up. So this the 17-year-old right here, y'all. That got locked up for the shooting.
In a double shooting inside a Portsmouth business, police arrested 19-year-old Raekwon Avery. Avery is charged with malicious wounding in connection to Sunday's gunfire inside a vape shop on Town Point Road. 2 men were hurt. 10 on your side's Andy Fox joins us now.
On the counter, he fell to the floor. Store video.
So he facing 5 to 20 for that. I think they should have charged him with involuntary manslaughter. I think that would have been more suitable. So Alley Boy is beefing with Young LA. Young LA supposed to got not kicked out the club, but got into it with some guys and left the club. So Shorty say, Alley Boy, I have nothing to do with Young LA and the trash he got going on in the streets. But when you snake everybody you come across, bad happens to you. Then ends play victim when you the snake the whole time. Thief and a snake. Whole time I'm trying to be on some positive with dude. He was talking and stabbing me in my back. Things that get you put in the ground. I'm too grown to be playing with a junkie. So Alley Boy ain't messing around with Young LA for whatever reason. Did y'all see this though?
Okay, right.
Adam 22 is a slime ball, y'all. So Rilo calls in to No Jumper. Still trying to lie to everybody that would listen. But look what Adam decides to do.
I lied to the people. Why is it a problem? Why is a nigga mad that I lied to the police? What's going on with young Scooter? Is there really a squabble in the works?
What's going on with young Scooter? Is there a squabble in the works? Like, he is open, honest, and obvious about him and how he operates. That man called to lie to you about him snitching. And the first thing you say is, well, what's up? What's up with you and Scooter? What y'all gonna do? Look, this fuck boy sitting there rolling his blunt. That shit he ain't even bat an eye at him to say, yo, the goddamn, bro, like, what the fuck was that? He's somewhere in the days.
Man, look, that's my brother, man. I won't ever in my life let none nigga in the world put their hands on him. You smell me?
Look,
I
Adam
just
mad
get
now.
mad and I say shit. You know what I'm saying? I get mad and I get in my feelings. And I seen him on that flight with an old boy, and he got a real deal allegation. He got a real deal person saying they locked up for him. And I was in my feelings, and I overreacted emotionally. Okay. Smell me? But that bro being, you smell me? Like, I was waiting on him to do the concert. I was going to be on him. So, hey, yeah, like, that's my man. Like, the internet is the internet. That you can't beat them, of course. But I never threatened, like, oh, I kill school, I do this to my man.
So you feel Big Meech hat?
I mean,
there we go. There we go. Asking rats about other rats, and he posted no better. He don't give a fuck. I can't stand these guys, yo. Like every day pass, I just grow more and more dislike for everything that they stand for.
Speak on that, they gonna trash me on. They gonna say Rollo, I ain't no big meat. Okay, Rollo lied to the people. Why is it?
And Rollo just need to give it up. Give it up, bro. Like, if y'all seen that video I did earlier, yo, Rollo is gonna be explaining himself for the next 10 years. And in reality, all he gotta do is just admit what he did and move on with life. Just admit what he did, bro. Like, you did it. Nobody made you do it. You did it. It was your decision. You was in full control. Did y'all see this? Fisherman shocked after reeling in mysterious alien-like creature from the deep ocean. Look at this. What is that, y'all? Is that an alien head? Yeah, this real. This was on New York Post. Yeah, Brick is snitched. Brick already snitched. Brick the one that cracked the investigation on Dirt. I don't think Brick the one that dropped the low, but Brick is the one that said what he said and had them people raid his house. And he told them people where he got the information from. Like, that's real. Like, that really happened, y'all. Brick did that, allegedly. He broke open the case. Brick the one that pointed them people in the right direction. Somebody told him about the PAB shit, and he told the world. And they raided his house. They found him with that firearm, and he cooperated with them people. Now the firearm case is gone. Brick supposed to be in prison right now, man. Brick got a fuck, yo. Matter of fact, remember a couple months ago, we was on his heels about all them goddamn cases he beat. Like, Brick Baby been getting locked up in Atlanta, Detroit, Alabama, LA. He only did one bit. One bit. He getting locked up from state to state to state to state and did one bit, and it wasn't even a federal bit. Then he get caught with a firearm in California, a chopper. Not no handgun. A chopper. Case dismissed. Get the fuck out of here, man. Brick put them people on Dirt. He put them people on. Mm-hmm. Right, Hotboat. Y'all think a lot of these YouTubers working though, y'all. That seems like that's the way to get to the top. You gotta cut a deal with them people. You cut a deal with them people, you be the biggest thing on YouTube. That's what it looked like. Just from my perspective on the outside looking at. Gotta cut a deal with them people, man. So you got DJ Academic still beefing with females. Just Hilarious got reduced from comedian to a read from the sheet gossip girl. At least the other one knows legal shit and got actual sources. Jess is a DI high at this point. Only on there to pander to black ignorant women. Sometimes you gotta check a box. Yo, I'm about sick and tired of him, man. And his continuing disrespect of black women. And he ain't even up to coaching. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my charger. He ain't even up to coaching for real. To be that goddamn loud. I'm back, y'all. Yeah, Wack had a case disappear. That I think we should have some answers on. Like when you that loud, yo, you got to be loud all the time. Can't just be loud when it's beneficial. But now we got Big Meech. Matter of fact, oh, look at this. Do y'all see this? This funny as shit. Matter of fact, let me play this first.
My name is Kevin Burno. I'm a 32-year-old father from Washington, D.C., and I've been fighting for my freedom since 2013 when I was the passenger in a non-deadly car crash and wrongfully convicted of driving a vehicle. I grew up like...
Now, I didn't look into this case yet, but listen to this story.
Most kids I knew in a single-parent household surrounded by a violent learning social environment where positive influence was hard to find. So it's not surprising that my first true role model was also a cautionary figure. When I was 7 years old, my brother Wakil was charged as an adult and sentenced to life in prison. He became a symbol of so-called juvenile lifers when he was profiled in the HBO documentary Dugg Life in D.C. After losing my brother to the prison system, I stumbled along a path to true manhood, like most young black men in search of identity. I became a father to my beautiful son, Kayvon, and started work as an HVAC apprentice to support my family. I was beginning to find stability in my life, but everything suddenly changed on March the 5th, 2013, when I was a passenger in a car crash with a stationary police vehicle. Despite my co-defendant's confession that he was the driver of my vehicle, and despite finding no evidence for a motive, prosecutors and police alleged that I used my vehicle as a weapon to intentionally collide into a policeman's scooter.
Yo, how in the hell did the passenger of the car get charged and get sentenced to 15 years? Yeah, well, you know, that's the DC. You know, they from DC. That's, you know, that's how they talk.
Several officers testified that we appeared to be intoxicated, incoherent, and under the influence of a substance, and that a significant amount of alcohol evidence was discovered in my car upon our arrest. However, no breathalyzer tests were administered on the scene. I believe we were deliberately kept from alcohol tests because intoxication mitigates against intentional elements of a crime. This way, they were able to turn a simple misdemeanor driving under the influence offense, which carries no more than 1 year in prison, into a felony intentional aggravated assault while armed offense carrying up to 30 years in prison. Ultimately, I was charged with several counts of felony intentional aggravated assault while armed against the police offenses, and I was sentenced to 15 years in prison. My wrongful conviction rests on 4 points: the suppression of my co-defendant's statement, gross misconduct on the part of police and prosecutors, a false key eyewitness, and the testimony of a government collision expert. A recent study by the National Registry of Exonerations showed that out of 2,400 wrongful conviction cases, 54% of those cases were the result of police and prosecutor misconduct. A separate study by principal investigator and Professor John Gowd at American University showed that intentional misidentification, lying by non-eyewitnesses, and prosecutor withholding evidence are 3 of the top 10 factors in wrongful convictions. These studies are the science behind wrongful conviction cases.
Didn't I just say that not too long ago? That's why I be how I be, yo, with this circumstantial evidence shit. That's what leads to wrongful convictions, man. Circumstantial, nothing real strong. Basically saying because this happened and this happened, you did this, but with no real evidence.
The truth. And I am unfortunately a living example of these statistics, and I'm surrounded by many people whose lives has been turned upside down by these very same miscarriages of justice. Being wrongfully convicted is traumatizing. In the last 2 years, I've lost my biological father, I've lost my stepfather, a favorite cousin, and my dear grandmother. But above all, nothing has affected me more than being absent in my son's life for this past 9 years. In an attempt to deal with this trauma and help my son heal and receive closure, I wrote the book Missing to My Son from Prison. I've since written 2 other books and have also designed curriculum and taught courses to help others deal with these same feelings. I use all of this to inspire my son, to show him that although I'm in prison, I am constantly trying to better myself and regain freedom. I need a lawyer who will actually advocate for me and properly present the truth of my case to a judge. But I cannot get a lawyer to look at my case without your help from the public. I need your help to be heard and to begin healing my life and the lives of everyone who was affected by my absence. I've lost my voice behind prison walls, but I have not stopped trying to speak. Thank you.
That shit crazy. That's how they do though. That's why it's best not even get caught up in that system, man. It's a dirty, vicious system. But look at this. I want to show Umar Johnson. It's funny. Umar Johnson is extra. I don't think he's. I think he. I don't know what he is, but I know he ain't what he try to portray himself to be. You know, I don't think that school is ever coming out. I think he really all talk for real. He don't really care like that.
The reason I'm having a hard time
because he ignores the real issues as well, and he got a voice.
Hey, baby. How you doing? So nice to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good afternoon. Likewise. No hugs, please.
Okay.
Is everything in the shot?
We need to get them people his money back, bro.
Come on, sit here. Okay. Yeah. So, come on, we gotta get cozy now, brother. Come on. No. So I was telling Mark, my issue with you is that you be in the club. You talked about, I don't even know what the term is, swapping or switching partners one time. Like, I just feel like you should be more loyal to me.
But I just feel like I'm
This shit funny as shit.
So, but you said several times that I make you happy.
Yeah, you do make me happy. But I would be happier if we had an open relationship.
That's my problem with Omar. I have a question, young lady. Your name?
Tori.
Pleased to meet you, Tori. What is your ethnicity, Tori?
I'm white.
Okay. She had a percentage of black hair. Hold on. Yeah. What are the if you don't mind me asking, your
I can see that, Lord.
ethnicity and your mother's ethnicity?
My dad is, I think, European.
Italian, Greek,
I don't know. I think Polish.
Irish. Okay, maybe Polish. Your father and your mother is.
I don't know.
Okay, so definitely Caucasian.
But this is the thing, Omar. Look at my.
He said you had a percentage
Look
of
at my
black
background.
in you.
Look at my background. I got this woman on my background.
Have you ever done any DNA testing to ascertain if you had any African blood?
No, but my mom has. I just don't know what the results were.
Okay.
But there was African.
Okay. But your mother, if I saw her, would clearly appear to me as a Caucasian female.
Let's all speak because the shot's wide. Can we all get closer?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
The reason I'm having a hard time.
Hey, that's just Steve. More likely was all set up. That was funny. Umar Johnson character. All right, but Meech, man, big Meech, 42 Dugg. So 50 Cent is going after anything connected to Meech, like anything connected to him. Like he don't give a fuck who it is. So he asked 42 Dugg, your daddy, my guy. I love you and cheese because of Q. You made a mistake giving Screech $100K. You could have given that to your guys. You always been hard-headed. All right, so let's go back. So I guess this is a conversation between 50 and I'm guessing this is a conversation between 50 and 42 Dugg. Well, I know this is 42 Dugg. I'm not going to blow you up, bro. But Cuffy Nephew said he has the audio of him and 42 Dugg on the three-way with Meech. They're about to drop it. Of him confronting Meech. He said Meech was down bad, so he sent money to him. And Merch put him with Tammy. I got records to prove it. So he said confronting him saying what? Basically saying on him setting up Cuffy to originally get out early. Dude gave real life blanks. So somebody, he's saying he got video or audio of Meech admitting that he set Cuffy up. Yeah, I think it's obvious he set Cuffy up. Like, I can't believe it's still people on the fence about it. Like, you would think that it would be clear to everybody else just like it's clear to me. But it's still people on the fence. So 42 Dugg say, can't no guy convince me to go against Detroit. Either show me big bra rat or shut the F up talking to me. Yo. 42 Dugg don't want to believe the truth. I mean, he do not want to believe the truth. I think he might have grown up idolizing Meech. And he can't fathom the fact that, yo, Meech did what he did. I think he just can't get over it, y'all. Like, to me, it's obvious. Just say that you don't mind rats. You know, you cool with rats. I mean, but to keep making excuses and saying that you ain't seen no paperwork, you're like, yo, come on, y'all. At this point, the man is in everybody's case. Ain't no telling who else case he involved in. I'm willing to put some money up to say Meech is probably involved in other people's cases as well that we don't know about. We got 2 cases where his name is in there. I'm sure there's others. You know, these people might got life in prison or something, but his case is in, his name is in other people's paperwork. But I ultimately think the reason why he didn't get a time cut is because Tammy took that money. Maybe she didn't know the details. Maybe things got dicey between them two, involving this whole third party cooperating tip, because it was a time in the paperwork, y'all, where Tammy was scared for her life. Tammy thought Cuffy was going to get her killed. And maybe she relayed that message to Meech and he ain't have the, you know, the proper attitude that she thought he should have had. That's just me speculating. I don't know for certain. They open sending me hella shit. I ain't look at none of this. Keith Cromer testifies. Maximum profit. What's this? Let's read this. Oh, you'll send me the whole goddamn shebang. I don't think Tammy needs to say nothing, Frank. I ain't gonna lie. I don't need to hear anything from Tammy. I mean, I guess, you know, it will provide clarity, but I don't need to hear nothing from Tammy. I think it's obvious what happened. Timothy Rush, defendant Gibbs, Cromer, excerpts. Let's see. Direct examination. Following a portion of the testimony of Keith Cromer taken October 21st, the day after my birthday, 2016, and it is an excerpt from Volume 5. These proceedings was held at the branch and are sealed. The court, this is a microphone we'll need you to speak into. Okay. The witness is Keith Cromer. I need Mr. Wembley and Mr. Cromer closest to the microphone. My question was, if I refer to the individual known as CS1, do you know the person whom I am referring? Answer. I will have to look what document you're looking to. Mr. Herman, I can't hear. I'm sorry. Answer. The documents you're referring to, CS1. If I can review that document, review to the document, court. Or you can ask the specific name since we're at sidebar, Mr. Wembley, and see if blank. Question. If I use the term confidential source number 1 or CS1 to refer to a lady by the name of CS1, will you understand who I'm referring to at that time? Yes. All right. Is it agreeable that we can discuss that individual using confidential source 1 or CS1, in that when you're answering the question about CS1, you're answering the question about CS1? Yes. The court. And just so that it's clear to witness, I have admonished counsel in this case not to refer to CS1 by name. Her identity is going to be, for the duration of this hearing, CS1 for our security and protection. Yes, ma'am. All right, let's get to what they talking about. And court. Court question transcripts or ruling since CS1. Appellate ruling. I understand the court ruling. I haven't. Y'all been sending me hella shit. I ain't reading none of this stuff. Let me see. Need a break. Yes. Yes. Constitutional source. And if I call Constitutional 2, yes, same rules apply. Can we agree that we'll just vote CS2? Yes. Excerpt C. This ain't saying nothing. All right, let's read this. Let's read this right here. Did you tell CS1 to advise the DEA agents in St. Louis in August of 2012 that Demetrius Flannery was supposed to get a cut of the proceeds of drug transactions between Fidel Suarez and Dion Gatlin? Answer, no. She told me that. And then I imparted that information through initial discussions. Let's go back. Angel Chroma. So this is Agent Chroma saying this. All right, so this is Agent Chroma, y'all. So the judge asked Agent Chroma, did you tell CS1 to advise the DA agents in St. Louis in August of 2012 that Demetrius Flannery was supposed to get a cut off the proceeds of drug transactions between Fidel Suarez and Dion Gatlin? Answer, no. She told me that. And then I imparted that information through initial discussions. But I believe that was before August of 2012. That was prior to August of 2012 with that information. When I had my initial conversation, agents out of St. Louis, I explained to them how the numbers came up, the information that was provided to the CS, and who provided CS1 with that information. Because the gentleman you just said, blank, I don't know. The gentleman who you say, I think they call him Meech or something. I believe that's his name. He is in prison with Fidel. And Fidel and him worked out an agreement that he would, blank, that Meech would set Fidel up with a friend of his, which is Cuff, to get together and sell drugs. So that's the only thing I knew. So when I talked to the agents in St. Louis, instead of me, blank, I told them initially, but I asked them, did you want to speak to her? Speak to CS1. When they said yes, I passed her through her phone and the agents spoke to her themselves. So there was no reason for me to explain anything. So basically, like I was telling y'all before, it wasn't just Atlanta DEA that said that Meech was involved. Tammy told St. Louis DEA that as well. Well, St. Louis run the ball game from that point. We let St. Louis run the ball game from that point. Did you ever tell CS1 to lie to the DEA agents in St. Louis about anything concerning Dion Gatlin? Answer, no, sir. I didn't even know who blank. I didn't know blank. I want you to. So these blanks is Meech. When they blanking it out, they're talking about Meech. No, sir, I didn't even know who Meech. I didn't even know who Demetrius Flannery. I didn't blank. I want you to understand. I never seen him. I didn't even know what his name was. I just had the nickname Cuff, and that's all I need. And so there was blank. The court. Just answer the question, Agent Chroma. Answer, no. I never asked anyone to lie about anything. Question. Did you participate in the interview with government authorities on August 19th of 2015? Mr. Hall. What date is that? Mr. Wembley. August 19th, 2015. Mr. Herman. I think this goes back on open record here since we're talking about the confidential informant or the blank. I'm going to get into some of the protected material at this point. The court. Okay, well then, Mr. Hall, is this the information he shares with Murphy? Is that the notes we're talking about? These are notes. So let's get back down to what the fuck they talking about. Right. These are the notes that were provided by the government in this ex parte disclosure, document number 325, that was disclosed on October 12, 2016. There is one attachment, which is a letter from the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. Attached to that are a set of handwritten notes that were provided by the government referencing a proceeding with a number of whatever. Getting to the information with respect to witness, then we'll come back. Sent them letters. And further an attorney related transcript. All right. Yo sent me hella shit. Let's see what else Yo sent. Yeah, he did bad. Sentence reduction. The fuck is this? Sentence reduction order. I forgot who sent me this. Granted, reduced for 324 months, reduced to 292 months. Hey, yo got everything. All right, so this is order regarding motion for sentence reduction. Date of original judgment 9/12/2008. So that's the sentence reduction paperwork. What else you sent me? Agent Q Palmer. Coffee's case. You sent me hella shit. Terry White motion response to Suarez initial complaint. Terry White indictment. God damn, you sent me the whole fucking case. Jesus Christ. Y'all see this shit? Why the fuck I can't slide the screen down? Coffee case. Sentence reduction order. Retroactive. What y'all want to read, y'all? Blue defense she's pleading. Terry White transcripts. Agent Cromwell testimony coffee case. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to support the platform, man. But it's the Frank's motion. We already went through all of this. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. Yo, all of this shit is sealed. See, yo, this is the thing. This is the thing about Cuffy case. A lot of it is sealed, but I think it's sealed pertaining to Meech. But it does make Cuffy look wild. All this shit is sealed pertaining to Meech. Agent Chroma. All right. Yes, sir. In August 2012, you deliberately provided false material information to DA agents in St. Louis, knowing it would be included in an affidavit for a Title III wiretap of Dion Gatlin. Mr. Thomas, can we just a moment, Your Honor? I'm sorry, Your Honor, Mr. Thomas. I said I need Mr. Cromer to answer the question. The witness, no ma'am. Based on advised counsel, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to decline to answer that question. August of 2012, did you tell CS1 to deliberately provide false material information to DA agents in St. Louis, knowing that the information would be included in an affidavit for a Title III wiretap of Mr. Gatlin's phone? Question, I'm having a hard time understanding your answer. Answer, the answer is no. The answer is no. Question, no. Answer, no. Question, did you tell CS1 to tell Demetrius Friendly that blank? She should tell the DA agent that Demetrius Friendly was going to receive a time cut of the proceeds of drug dealings between Dion Gatlin. Oh, all right. So what they're questioning him on is when Tammy started lying. Now he got brought up in questioning because Tammy told the judge after she got caught that no, Agent Cromer told me to do this. Agent Cromer brought Demetrius Friendly name up. But that's a goddamn lie. Hold on. Infidel Suarez, you have interfering with the testimony of a witness. Understand that there are matters that your client may need to confer with you on with respect to potential criminal exposure he might have, but I need him to answer the questions without interference from counsel. Lawyer. Oh, yeah. Where's the fucking... No more questions? The court, direct examination. Answer. What's your business occupation? I'm currently a training officer / detective with Narcos Police Department. Were you a police officer or engaged in law enforcement in August of 2012? I'm sorry. Say it one more time, please, sir. Question. Were you a law enforcement officer in August of 2012? Yes, sir. On about August 28th, 2012, did you falsify DEA documents or records to justify unwarranted payments to DEA funds to confidential source number one? Sir, respectfully, under the advice of counsel, I exercise my right not to answer under the Fifth Amendment. On behalf of 28th of 2012, did you create false DA documents or records to give CS1 credit for work she did not do or for information she did not provide? Again, sir, respectfully, on the advice of counsel, I exercise my right not to answer under the Fifth Amendment, sir. On or before August 28th, 2012, were you aware that confidential source 1 was in an inappropriate sexual relationship with Group Supervisor Keith Cromer? Again, sir, on the advice of counsel, so this is not Keith Cromer, it's somebody else. Question. Are you aware that CS1 now say that the Group Supervisor Cromer told her to tell you things that were not true? I have no information indicating that, Mr. Relly, and I won't necessarily concede that correctly characterize the evidence, but the witness has answered the question. Did she ever tell you anything of that nature? That Group Supervisor Cromer told me to say things that were not true? Absolutely not. About this investigation specifically, did she ever tell you that she previously lied about any of the information that she provided to you? No. Are you able to see this? I'm saying this was like, it's obvious what she did, man. She ruined the case. Once she got exposed, she ruined the case. Are you aware of confidential source number 1 saying that she had previously been fed information by Group Supervisor Cromer to convey that information to other DEA agents so that she could get paid for the information provided? Answer, no. Are you aware that CS1 has recanted a large amount of information that she told you about Demetrius Friendly? right here. Are you aware that CS1 has recanted a large amount of information that she told you about Demetrius Frenemy? Answer, no. That's all the questions I have, Your Honor. Damn. I wonder what the fuck she said. Are you unaware of a sexual relationship or an inappropriate romantic relationship between CS1 and Group Supervisor Chroma? Answer, no. How that don't mean she did on her own? Sleepy. She tried to ruin the case, man. She ruined the case. Once she got exposed, she ruined the case. She didn't do it on her own. Oh, man. Yeah, she ruined the case, y'all. Like, out I many times I can explain it. She told these on or before August 28th of 2012. Did you have any reason or basis to suspect that there was an inappropriate relationship between CS1 and any member of Atlanta DA or task force? None whatsoever. Question. Did you have any reason to suspect that there was any misconduct on the part of the agents or CS1 on or before August 28th? No. Was there anything in your interaction with CS1 or any member of the Atlanta DA or task force officers engaged in this case on or before August 28th of 2012 that would have given you any reason to suspect that any of this information from CS1 or the Atlanta DA agents were false? No. We were able to corroborate everything we received. Come on, y'all. Like, this is St. Louis DEA responding. We were able to corroborate everything we received. Everything. Demetrius Frenemy being a part of it. Everything. Yeah, Meech told. He used Tammy to tell. Thank you. I have no further questions. See, this is how, so if y'all watch that video I did, the judge final what you want to call it? The judge final ruling was that even though there was some, I guess, don't want to call them lies told, St. Louis DEA did their job. They did their job in St. Louis. Yeah, there was some things going on in Atlanta, but based off of these hearings, it wasn't enough to throw the whole case out for St. Louis and for Cuffy. Hey, Jerome, he did, Jerome. Jerome, she can't get him a time cut without him knowing. Rewind the video. She can't give him a time cut without him knowing. Would you have expected someone in DA Atlanta to inform you of any of these activities so that truthful information could be provided to the judge? I would expect them to give us truthful information based on their role and position as law enforcement officers. Anything less than that would be unacceptable. Question, including full disclosure? Answer, yes. No further questions. Question, do you have any reason at all to suspect that you were given blank as of August 28th, 2012? Do you have any reason at all to suspect you were given less than full disclosure by the Atlanta DEA agents working on this case or CS1? None. The St. Louis DEA is basically telling y'all that everything she told us was right. Even Meech. That's what St. Louis DEA is testifying to. That's what we're reading right now, y'all. We read what happened with Chroma, and now they're talking about the St. Louis DEA. Because Tammy, after she got exposed, said she lied about every motherfucking thing. I lied to St. Louis. She said she lied about everything. But this DEA in St. Louis is saying, no, the fuck she didn't. Everything she said, we corroborated. So this is Agent Johnson. Let's see what Agent Johnson had to say. Question: have you learned any information which would cause you to believe that CS blank, that GS Chroma was lying to you about the three-way telephone calls that you reported in your affidavit occurring in August the 5th of 2012? No. Who these three-way telephone calls with? Probably Meech. If you had any information that you would have considered that to be material to the veracity of the affidavit, what? If you had that information, would you have considered that to be material to the veracity of the affidavit as it's written? Mr. Judge, I'm going to object to the speculative form of the question. He doesn't know the information is. What the information is. The question is speculative. Court, well, you can certainly ask him about the specific information. That's why we're here. So go ahead. Question. If you had any information that CS1 has advised the authorities that there were no three-way telephone conversations, would you believe that the affidavit as written would be false information, would have false information? If I had knowledge that CS1 advised the authorities that there is blank, no three-way calls existed, then information I have in the affidavit would be inaccurate on that aspect. And if you knew that there were no three-way calls and there, in fact, was an agent present at the time with CS1 because they were in a romantic relationship, do you believe that CS1 and GS Chrome would have been providing you false information? Answer: not false information. What I will say is I don't blank. I still to this day don't believe the information that I received from CS1 and Chrome was false in any manner. I don't think any outside relationship that's being investigated had in any way tainted the information that we received on Gatlin and Suarez. So blank. Except the fact that if you go to the point now, except the fact that if you go to this point now, if you know this is what she is saying, that this is a lie, that's totally different situation. Question: if they deliberately lied to you in order to cover up the existence of that relationship, both of them specifically lied to you, that would undermine the credibility. Is that true? All right, so they objected. There is no evidence that CS1 ever directly lied to Agent Johnson. There is no evidence that CS1 was ever blank. There was a direct inquiry of CS1 whether these were three-way calls with Agent Cromer or whether they were blank. There was no distinct question. Was it an overhear or three-way from the agent to CS1? There is no evidence of that. Mr. Wembley is asking a question that assumes facts, not in evidence. The court, if you got specific evidence, Mr. Wembley, that you can ask this witness, like if there is specific testimony that you believe established that point. Question: we have the testimony of CS1 that said there was no three-way call. You were present during that testimony. Is that correct? Answer: that's correct. We have testimony in this case establishing that CS1 was in a sexual relationship with GS Cromer prior to August 28, 2012. You do not have knowledge of that prior to today. Is that correct? Correct. You are aware that we have testimony in this case that GS Cromer was, in fact, together with CS1 on the morning of and early afternoon of August 10th, 2012 for a personal relationship. August 5th of 2012. Answer: okay. Question: the fact that they blank, that at least GS Cromer described this to you as a three-way call, and he was not present at the time these calls came in. This is a misstatement of the record and a misstatement of the facts. She said he was there, okay? So they talking about the call when Cuffy called, and they switched the investigation over to Cuffy from Suarez. So they tell you that the agents weren't there. There was a three-way call. The truth is the agent was there because he was in a personal relationship. And the three-way call is a lie to cover up the existence of that relationship. Answer: okay. So what's the specific question? Question: if you had known that information, would you have presented this affidavit to the judge without disclosing those facts? Answer: no. And in terms of the statements from CS1, set aside the information from Agent Cromer for a moment. You had direct conversation with CS1 in relation to the events you've testified about today. Is that correct? Correct. Aside from Agent Cromer. And do you believe that information was accurate as of August 28th, 2012, based on the totality of the information that you had obtained during the course of the investigation? Yes. She told this agent that Meech was involved. She told the agent that Meech was involved. It ain't have nothing to do with Atlanta. He said after Atlanta passed her over to St. Louis, they backed out of it. Everything else is on St. Louis. If you knew that CS1 had been given money by J.S. Cromer for blank based on falsified documents with the DEA to allow her to receive payments for things that did not, Ms. Hall, there's no evidence of that. So look, there's no evidence that she received false payments for information she didn't give. There's no evidence of that. We haven't got any evidence of that. And more importantly, the government's exhibit M44, they objected to. M43, they objected to. Okay, we'll put in J.S. Cromer's allegations or denial of any improper statements or payments. The evidence is that Special Agent Harvey testified that CS1 called him and said, I'm receiving money from the DA and I don't know what it's for. The court, what is your question to this witness? If you are aware that in addition to the sexual relationship or even without, let me just ask it this way. If you are aware that CS1 had been receiving payments from G.S. Cromer and TFO Aguilar for services that were not provided based on blank services that were not provided, would that have been information that you would have felt you needed to disclose to the judge? So they objected. The court, they objected. Answer. That question seems to go to not what I blank. I would have presented that affidavit knowing that. Then I would have presented that information of allegations of misconduct to the judge. Are you asking? Question. Can you answer both? Answer. I would have blank. If at any point in my employment with the DEA, I became aware of allegations of misconduct toward another agent, I will go up our chain of command like I'm supposed to do. Now, if I'm aware of an appropriate relationship between a CS and a controlling agent that's providing us information, I would not use that CS information or the controlling agent's information. Question. Would that include a group supervisor in the same situation? Answer. Yes. If I'm aware of it, now I'm going to go back and say, look, I wasn't aware of any of this. Question. I understand. Answer. What we saw, we confirmed. What we got, we confirmed. And we had no sense of unreliability at that point. Now, I still don't think to this day, I will testify that the information outside of the calls, you're going to the three-way call and the overhears, and if they were in bed together or what they were doing, the information on Gatlin and Suarez was untainted and resulted in an investigation, which was a proper investigation. Now, what his apparent lies are, or involving overhears and stuff, now that stuff is, you can see, it's in the affidavit. And it's inaccurate if you have this testimony. I haven't read the testimony. Witness. All right, y'all. I'm done. What time is it? 1:18. Yo, it's obvious what went on. That's St. Louis agent testifying that everything he got, everything that he got from CS1 and Agent Cromer, they investigated. They made sure it wasn't lies. Even when she told them that Meech was involved. And she didn't decide to change her testimony until she got exposed. That's what happened, y'all. That's what it was. And 42 Dugg is out of line. Talking about, I'm riding with Detroit, so he riding with Detroit rats. I don't give a fuck. You can be from my city. I love Baltimore to the day I die. But if I find out you're a Baltimore rat, I'm not going to do no vouching for you. I don't give a fuck. how hard you rep the city. Well, I guess 42 Dugg ain't saying enough. He said he need more information. But I told y'all, we let this 2025, y'all. Everything is not gonna be like, it's not gonna be spelled out for you like it used to be. You know what I mean? It used to be spelled out for you. It's not like that no more. Now you guys just, you know, use common sense. Likelihood. The likelihood of Meech. God damn it, bitch. The likelihood of all these things going down and Meech not knowing is slim. It's slim to none. Slim to none. I don't even think it's possible, to be honest. I don't think he can get a time cut and not know about it. Like I think that would be a serious lawsuit. Can y'all think about that for a minute? That would be a serious lawsuit. Say she was moving on her own, right? And Meech got a time cut behind it, right? And the guys found out. How you doing? You alright? It's like a whole human being over there, bro. What the fuck is you doing? And the guys found out, and Meech got stabbed behind that or something. Meech got hit with a lock in the sock. Yo, that's a lawsuit, y'all. A hefty one too. Them locks in the socks ain't no joke. I don't know how many people ever witnessed the damage of it, but I seen the damage of it. You get hit with that lock in the sock. I seen the person go blind behind getting hit with a lock in the sock. Motherfucker went blind behind that shit. He was a rat. He was a rat. He thought he was gonna be able to tell and blend in. Nope. She got in trouble for what? What's your man? How he snitched? Stanford? He got Tammy to do it. That's how he snitched. He got Tammy to do it, man. Tammy did the dirty work. Tammy is the girl. Tammy did the dirty work. And her and the rest of the DAs made sure that Meech's name didn't come up. And when she got exposed, she ruined the whole investigation. The play was get a time cut. The play was, I think, life rights. I think this play was in motion before Cuffy got involved. Before Cuffy got involved. I think the play was already in motion. So when he was chasing her around for them life rights, I think the play was already being set. Because if he chasing her around for the life rights, and she coordinating with Meech, and at the same time she's setting up Suarez. I mean, she's setting up Tim Terry White. And I think at the time Wisconsin was broke too, Cuffy. I think Cuffy was broke at the time, so he was he was reaching, being aggressive. He got caught up in Meech's play. I don't think Meech actually wanted to get Cuffy involved. I think he was going after the Mexicans. You know, we just heard in the paperwork, well, in the video we did earlier. If you seen that video I did on Rilo, Dinky Wild was talking about how guys be setting up the Mexicans. The play was for the Mexicans. But the problem is, Cuffy shouldn't have even had to worry about that. Like, if you my man, right? If I call you from the joint, right? And you ask me, one of y'all asked me, yo, what's up with dude yo you was getting the work from? Not in those words, but you understand? And I'd be like, yo, you gotta holler at my girl. My girl gonna be the go-between. She gonna line you up. She gonna put you in with everything. And then you find out that my girl is a DA agent. Then I set you up. You understand what I'm saying? I set you up. Regardless if it was intentional or not. You shouldn't have to worry about, if I tell you how my people's supposed to be good. You shouldn't have to worry about setting. You shouldn't have to worry about being set up, because I shouldn't be moving like that. And I shouldn't be around nobody that's moving like that. That's the part people not understanding, man. Yo, but this ain't got shit to do with Blue Da Vinci, yo. Regardless of Blue Da Vinci met her first, regardless if Blue Da Vinci was working with her first, that's irrelevant. Comfy got linked in with Tammy through Meech. Comfy got linked in with Tammy through trying to get in contact with Suarez. It just so happened that Meech and Tammy was lining Suarez up. It was lining them up the whole time. It's a guy that he met from the joint. They was lining his ass up. Yeah, Cuffy was looking for a connect. He looking for somebody to put him on, because I think he was broke. I think he was broke. And he was trying to get back right. Meech was gone. Meech had Tammy working for him. And then y'all gotta think, y'all. It's in documents that Meech was supposed to get. It's in documents that Meech set all this up and he was gonna get paid. I just read it. I just read it in documents that Meech was going to get paid. He was going to get a percentage of the deal. How he ain't get no time for that? That's at least another 10 years. That's the very least another 10 years. Man, Cuffy got set up with fake drugs. We learned that a couple days ago. I ain't see nobody else report that. Cuffy got set up with fake drugs. They set Cuffy up with 2 keys of H that was fake and got knocked off before it got to him. And then they set him up with 15 keys of cane that never got to him. But the only way you would move like that is if you broke. Like, why he sends the 2 dudes, they gets knocked off with the fake H. They get out the same day. Then 8 days later, he sends the same 2 dudes, and they get locked up with 15 fake keys of cane. Playboy probably don't matter what he was using. If he was using the telephone or not, that's a crime, bro. You selling drugs? Yeah, he was thirsty. You selling drugs behind prison walls? You selling drugs behind prison walls? That's time, bro. They sit people down more years for that. They don't play about that shit. Because how they look at it, we already got you in federal custody for this, and then you still doing this as well? Oh, hell no. We ready to sit you down some more. You must ain't learned your lesson. This 30 must not been enough. We're going to give your ass another 10. But I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Yo, make sure y'all support the platform, man. Support real work. Support real work. But make sure y'all check out my last uploads. If you can, Cash App Baltimore Swag is at the bottom. Man, Sleep, what's up, Carl? I ain't seen you all day. What it is? Playboy Prada, Frank, Edward, Travis, Jerome, my man Stanford. Sweet to everybody that tapped in, man. Support the platform, man. Become a member. Share the live. You understand? There's multiple ways you can support the platform. But it's another day of KBG News, and I'm out.